YouTube, what up? It's UTT, the Travel MC. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want to support me and what I got going on, please visit my Patreon to get your exclusive information that I will not and I cannot share on YouTube. Catch you later.
Ciao, ciao. Get away sometime. Adios. Traveling since I took a trip to Cartagena. Mark calendar of the day, put in my daily planner. Pick cousin up who resided in Savannah. 3.5 hour trip to Parcha and Atlanta. Book United, how I go up in the friendly sky. Once economy, now first class the way I fly.
YouTube, UTT here, Travel MC. Here today to talk about the shifts. There are 4 different shifts, A, B, C, and D. I'm the graveyard. I'm currently on C shift. Can't give you details about A, B, and D, but I can tell you about C. C shift, which is graveyard. We start at 7 o'clock, that's when we clock in, and we clock out normally between 6 and 7. Lately, we've been doing about 11 hours. So we've been clocking out at 6, sometimes we do 6:30. Never really did a 12 yet. We normally have our lunch period around, we start lunch at about 11:15 till about, the last one probably about 1. I've actually went to lunch sometimes, I went to lunch as early as 11:30 before. I've been to lunch as late as 12:30, so it varies. To me, I'd rather do lunch at 12:30 than to do it at 11:30. 11:30 is a whole lot earlier than 11. It's an hour earlier, and it makes the day a little bit longer. But that choice won't be yours. It's up to your supervisor. It's up to who's ever in charge of the shift. They start putting everybody on their breaks, dispersing breaks differently. It changes, it varies. If you're lucky enough to have the break at 12:30, then the day's gonna go a little bit quicker, because if the clock out is 6, if you're lucky, and there's no overspill, and you have your third break at 3:30, between 3 and 3:30, and that means your day, you're gonna have your break like every 2.5 hours, kind of a sweet spot. Instead of having your break every 3 to 3.5, it's more than every 2.5, and that can happen easily. I'm gonna go over the first break. The first break is normally at, I've seen a first break at 8:30, maybe a 8:45. I've seen the first break be as late as 9:30. All right. So if you're lucky enough to have the 9:30 break, and then you get the lunch at 12:30, which is more ideal, that also equates to the day going a whole lot quicker, because now your breaks are like that, that 3-hour gap. That 2.5, 3 hour, if you can have it around there, where it's sucking up a lot of the hours, then that's a great situation to be in. I prefer that. I don't like taking breaks too soon. If I clock it at 7, why am I taking a break at 8:30? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're giving me a break within an hour and a half of working. I mean, come on, man. I don't even need to break that early, but I've taken breaks that early. I'm like, why are we breaking? We've only been working for an hour and a half. Let's run until 9:30, which gives it a 2.5 hour. Then we can get that lunch at about 12:15ish, 12:30. Then why not? Okay, I was interrupted, but that being said, I mean, if you get the next break, you get your lunch at about 12:30 if you're lucky. That's gonna help the day go by. I'd rather my breaks be stretched out, not early breaks, especially when we just clock in. That first break, that can just be so wasteful sometimes, man. But I prefer that. I love when the lunch break is at 12:30. And again, all this is out of your control. I'm just giving you an idea of how the schedule runs. And this is all broken down into 4 quarters, as you can see. Sometimes they have that first quarter, the ending of the first quarter comes so quick, you get a long, drawn out second quarter. Or you'll get a second quarter that's kind of short, putting your lunch break at 11:30. Then it makes the third quarter long and drawn out, because I've never went on a break at 2:30. It's always break at 3. So it makes your third quarter break longer. Plus, the fourth quarter is always the end of the shift. That's how I look at it, especially if you're doing 10, 11 hours. I mean, if you do 12s, we haven't been doing 12s, but the lunch break that we take, between that 11:30 to 1 o'clock range, well, never 1 o'clock. I never had a lunch break that late, but I'll say 12:30. That's usually a half hour. So we got to do something called start your meal and then end your meal. So we start meal and then we end meal. I wish I could show you guys a demonstration on that, but I'm not at the clock in, so I can't really show it. You know what? I might show you guys that if I get some time. I might go over the end meal and start meal. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys the clock in station, and I'm gonna show you guys the end meal and the start meal, how that looks, so you can get a glimpse at that. I'm gonna try to find it, see if I can get on there without clocking in. If I can't do it without clocking in, then they just disregard me saying that. But that's it, man. 4 quarters. That's how it's broken up with these 12-hour shifts here, man. I mean, I think most 12-hour warehouse companies do the same, but that's how I go about it, man. I do it quarter by quarter. As soon as the break is over, I just say, you know what, I'm gonna work tough, and I'll be waiting for that next break to come. And that's how my days just fly by. That's how I go about it, man. It helps me out a lot, just keeping that mindset, man. I mean, everybody's not cut out for doing 12-hour shifts, but I love it, man, because you get more bang for your buck that way, man. And you hit the OT mark quicker. And shit, man, if you're doing 6 12s a week, if you get like a pay period where you're doing like 12 12s, I mean, you're doing 12 12 within a 14-day pay period, man, it's great, man. I mean, it's great. I mean, the money multiplies better. So check me out on this one. Okay, right here, as you can see, we have start the shift. That's how we clock in. To the right of that, you can see we have start meal. Start meal is for lunchtime. And then after starting the meal, when you come back from start meal at the lunchtime, you will hit end the meal to return from lunch. Of course, you already started the shift, but the start meal and the end meal is something they do to actually start your lunch break to be a cutoff. And then when we end the shift, it's just basically below the start shift, ending the shift. It will be just ending the shift. But we just had to pick up on that. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. UTT, the Travel MC. Like, share, subscribe. And if you feel like supporting what I got going on, please join the Patreon. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm out.